Whew. It is a rough morning. 2 shows in a row really hit me like a truck. And the David Lee Roth show, they needed me up 99% of the time. We had 2 camera operators in the pit, so they were going back and forth between us and 1 camera out in the audience. So when you cut down to that many cameras, you are up more and you're relied to be engaged more. And my arms are so tired. And that never happens. I don't ever get like worn out like that. I'll get like overall worn out, mentally worn out. But my arms don't ever get sore. And today they're like, oh. But it's Labor Day, and I don't plan on doing anything. So we'll see how this video goes. You know, I hope that guy got his handshake. You know, he waited all that time, and when I was in the pit, I looked across the stage towards the end of the show, and David Lee Roth reached out and shook a guy's hand that looked kind of like the dude. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was him. He didn't really shake anyone else's hand. He didn't do that. So it's like, and you're not allowed to bring signs into the venue. So he didn't have his sign to tell him all the stuff about shaking his hand. So, you know, I'm going to think it was him and say, happy ending for him. Good on him. Okay, so I have some auditions that I need to get done. I may not do 2 of them. They're for some kind of silly commercials, and they're due in a couple days, and I worked quite a bit this week. The other one is for a feature film that has a meaty role for like a sergeant character, and it has quite a bit in the sides to learn and to get into, so I'll probably focus my time on learning that instead of focusing on the commercial roles. Sometimes you just have to make that kind of call, especially given the time frame I have left in this week to do that kind of thing. I can't just do them by myself. I have to have a reader with me, so I'm gonna have to do this when someone else is available to do it with me. And currently, no one else is available. So it's just kind of learn the scene time, and then I will get around to shooting this, hopefully, before the due date. I also got to trim up a bit. I got headshots tomorrow, so got to be looking good and fresh. Ooh, it's a long day. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you a heads up. I got headshots in the morning, then I got therapy, and then I got a shift at the restaurant. So it is jam-packed with exciting stuff to talk about. The headshots are pretty much the only thing that are probably exciting to talk about. In the spirit of a lazy day, I watched a movie. Today's movie choice was Thunderbolts. This is a movie that I wish I would have seen in the theaters just because of the size of it, just the action of it. But I didn't. I had to wait till it came out on Disney+. And something very interesting always happens when you have a diagnosis and then you start seeing that pop up in the media in different manners. And this film, at least I feel, examines bipolar disorder in the main like crisis of century. If you haven't seen the film, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but they keep talking about how this character has extreme ups where he feels godlike and just extreme versions of grandeur, just heightened grandeur, and then he has these extreme lows where he feels like he's in a void and he's just nothing seems like it matters, and they never come out and say it. They never come out and say, this character has bipolar disorder, which is good. I'm glad that they didn't necessarily like poke at that. But they did skirt around this idea of these symptoms being in this character. And I thought that was interesting. Now, did sometimes it feel a little bit odd where they were like, you can't put a super soldier serum in a person like that. That's unstable. And maybe, I guess, it kind of feels a little bit like a dig, like, oh, I can't be Captain America because I have bipolar disorder. Okay, hopefully the rest of the films with this character open up the box a little bit more, and like let's explore it a little bit further so that we don't leave it on that note that if you have a mental illness you can't be great in some way. And now I'm not saying I need to be a superhero, but you know, we all deserve a chance to make something great of ourselves and not be held down because we have a mental illness. Continuing movie night, we're going to check out Amelie now. Well, Amelie was a delightful film. I am glad I picked that one up to check out. And I honestly, if PJ, the guy who wants to produce my script, wants to do it in a style that's close to Amelie, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. So I'm glad I saw this. There's a whole bonus disc of special features, including the look of Amelie, which I'm going to check out, obviously, because if we're going for the look of Amelie, and there's a behind-the-scenes special features of the book of the look of Amelie, then I'm going to check it out. So, yeah, it was a delightful film. It definitely wasn't what I expected at all. It's very much a fantasy puzzle adventure. It's cute, quirky, charming. It's just an all-around delight. Now it's a subtitled film. It's a foreign film. So if you're looking for something to watch and you're not a fan of reading what you watch, then you might want to not watch this one. But I suggest you do anyway, because it is just a delight. Well, that's a short one for today. Not a lot happened. Watched a couple movies. Pondered about a man's destiny shaking another man's hand. I think it was a good one. You tell me in the comments. What did you think about A Lazy Day? We'll get back into it tomorrow. Like I said, we got headshots, we got therapy, and we got a shift at the restaurant. So there's a whole lot that could go down. And as always, I'm going to take you along with me. Until tomorrow, bye.